Every year, millions of animals are surrendered to animal shelters in America. One animal shelter in the Valley hopes they can give the best fresh start to their animals by making a huge change to their facility. Our Julia Smith met up with Huntsville Animal Services to hear about their exciting news.
In the late 1900s, animal shelters were made to kill homeless pets. Now their purpose is to find these furry friends permanent homes. To make this process easier, Huntsville Animal Service is getting a much-needed renovation.
We are so excited, and we just are so thankful to the taxpayer and to the mayor and our city council.
Starting in September, the Animal Service will receive a $1.2 million makeover, adding much-needed amenities to the existing building. These include a more friendly environment for the adoption process by modernizing the feel of the shelter, a new laundry and dishwashing area, as well as a surgical and prep suite.
Because we're going to be spaying and neutering 5,000 animals on site. That's a new thing we've started this year. Really excited. So we're going to have a really nice prep surgery and prep area.
It also includes a specific area for the Community Cats program, where they catch stray cats, spay, and release them back into the community. Besides making much-needed updates, this renovation guarantees a better chance for these four-legged friends to find a forever home.
And so now shelters are being built for life-saving. And that still doesn't, we don't want the animals to stay here. We want them to get out as quickly as we can, because that's not a home, that's a cage.
To find out how you can adopt or foster a rescue animal, visit our website, rocketcitynow.com. Putting the Valley first, Julia Smith, WZDX News.